Welcome back, everybody. As he did in Iowa and New Hampshire with relatively little money, Texas Congressman Ron Paul is putting up a real fight in South Carolina. I think that's what the polls tell me. What's behind his relative strength? Craig investigates.
Hey. Texas Congressman Ron Paul only arrived here in South Carolina this afternoon. His crowds aren't quite as big as they were in New Hampshire, but as you can see, they're very enthusiastic. Charleston, South Carolina, 20-something college students are the foot soldiers for what they call the Ron Paul revolution.
What's the most important issue for you?
You're going out, you're canvassing today. What are you telling people about your candidate?
I think, like Ron Paul said, nothing could stop an idea that's time has come.
In Iowa, 21% of caucus goers voted for Dr. Paul. And though New Hampshire is a very different place, he got 23% and a second-place finish in the Granite State. At 76, he's the oldest candidate by far, yet he attracts more young people than any of them. So why is it that young people are attracted to the oldest candidate in the running?
Well, we love his message of fiscal responsibility and liberty, sound money, and we're interested in our futures, and we believe he's got the best path for us.
Now, 4 years ago, President Obama got 60% of the youth vote. Do you think that more young people are interested in Ron Paul than will be in Obama?
I actually do think that. You're seeing a lot of former Obama supporters, and especially the youth vote, switching over. Ron Paul is actually very popular with us, and I think you see it with his independent poll numbers that a lot of the youth vote and a lot of the independent numbers, Ron Paul is doing very well.
Hey, Congressman, how you doing? Hey, I just wanted to talk about the enthusiasm of the youth vote in your campaign. What do you think of them?
It gets me excited. I love it because I think that's the future. And they know what I'm talking about. And they read about it, and they study it, and they work very hard, and they're very good supporters.
How ironic, you're the oldest candidate in the campaign, yet you're getting the youngest voters. What is it about what you're saying that attracts them?
Well, they're young ideas. Personal liberty is a young idea because as we get older, you have to get along, you got to go along, and you're taught to conform. From an early age, people are taught to conform. Public education especially does that. Conformity is more necessary than independent-minded thinking. But I think we're all natural, independent-minded, from 2-year-olds and teenagers. But if you put that in a constructive manner, all of a sudden, hey, this makes sense. I can still be independent-minded and be a pro-American constitutionalist.
How do you think you'll do here in South Carolina?
We're going to do quite well.
Good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Craig's in Myrtle Beach. So, bro, they really think they could contest Obama for that 2/3 of the youth vote he got last time?
Well, that's what they're hoping. A lot of the independent voters who are now supporting Ron Paul did vote for Obama, but they believe that Ron Paul is more of a peace candidate. He's the one who's saying, let's close down all of those 900 bases overseas. Let's bring all of our troops back home and be more concerned about our own sovereign state, our own sovereign borders. So he is the peace candidate for a lot of those young kids that voted for Obama.
That's really important, obviously, brother, but what about the fact he wants to legalize marijuana? Isn't that a big part of it, too?
Well, that's one of the things, he wants to liberalize laws. He doesn't believe that that we should be regulating things like that. But, their concerns are about jobs. They're concerned about college loans, pandering politicians. That's what's fueling Paul's renegade campaign. And the heavily wired generation is also responding to Paul's warning that the federal government is eroding privacy, and they are poised to limit internet freedom, with that SOPA law.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see how he does, brother. Thank you. The